golfers, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about 3 secrets to pitching with confidence. Oftentimes when I see golfers pitching, they make some type of half swing. They lean the shaft very far forward beyond the middle of their front thigh, and they forget to rotate the body through. It looks like this. It gets in the air, but no sense of distance control or any idea where this ball is going to end up. So there are a few things that we need to do to separate a pitch from a full swing, as well as a chip from a pitch. Last time when we were speaking about chipping, we had our thumbs pointed to the horizon, the ball by our back foot, and we rotated back and through. Now we're gonna add a little bit of a hinge. And the reason we're gonna do that is because a hinge typically produces height in a small space. So when I'm explaining to my juniors, I usually say we're gonna swing from V to V, meaning I'm gonna hinge my wrist till I make a letter V right here with my lead arm in the club, and I'm gonna rotate through until I make the same V on the other side. When we do that with the ball in the middle of our stance, that produces a shot, gets up in the air, and stops almost on a dime, because we have created height in such a small space. How are we going to practice our hinge? We can use a towel or any article of clothing that you can drape over your club. I'm going to set my towel like this, half of it on one side of the shaft, half of it on the other side, and I'm simply going to rotate back until my towel touches my hands. Show you that one more time. This is what a normal takeaway would look like if we're looking for width, but for a pitch we are looking for an early hinge, and that's going to look a little bit like this. So now that I have the towel touching my hands, I know that I've produced enough hinge to get the ball up in the air for a small distance. The second thing I want to talk about is impact. Too many times I see the hands far ahead, and what that does is it reduces any loft you would have created in the backswing. Since we're trying to present as much loft as possible to the golf ball, I would recommend returning your hands to where they were at setup. Usually in an iron swing we de-loft the club, but now I want you to return those hands to the center seam of your body and then continue your rotation. When we do that, when we return the hands to the center seam, it presents as much of this 58 degrees of loft that I have here, and we get a shot that looks similar to that. We can practice this in a mirror. If I can get my hands hinging and towards my center seam, I can produce a shot that not only uses the bounce of the club, that helps me, but also produces enough height that I can stop in almost any situation. The final thing I do want to address is follow through. Too many times I see golfers swinging like a 90-year-old man and having that very crouched, unathletic follow through. And what that does is it simply doesn't give you a chance to brush the grass at the same spot every time. So what we would want to focus on is turning our shirt button, belly button, and pants button over our front foot so we can have a consistent finish every time. What do I see from my athletes? The ones with the faster hips, I typically see the pants button going very quickly, and then the shirt button and the chest button lagging. That may produce a shot where the ball goes in the air, but the distance will be very inconsistent. What do I see from my upper body dominant people? I see the chest rotating through, but I don't see the torso and the belly button rotating. That too produces a lower shot, not as consistent. So ideally we want to put all 3 together. We want to get shirt button, belly button, and pants button rotating through, no matter how large the swing is. But when we're able to do that, we get a nice shot that stops right where I want, and I pretty sure I can make that putt. If you enjoy this video, keep tuning in every Thursday for more content. Until then, have an amazing week.